Welcome to Walking in Your Purpose. This is Thursday night at 8 with Lindsay Faith. It's time to discover the gift God has for you. I'm bringing awareness of what God has for you and the purpose behind your pain. If you have passion in your soul and a gift you haven't unleashed, well, let's talk about it. Having served in the United States Army for the last 18 years and continuing to serve as a servant leader to inspire, motivate, guide, and assist readily, I'm bringing a contemporary vibe to being happy and living your dream on purpose. Each week, I will introduce you to a life filled with purpose and how that purpose is being used to glorify God, describing the tips, resources, and strategy to set you up for success. So now, let's jump right in and discover the gift God has for you.
Well. Good evening, everyone. First, I'd like to give honor to God, who's the head of my life, for allowing me to reach season 10. This is, episode 10 of season 1 of Walking in Your Purpose, Thursday night at 8 with Lens of Faith. Tonight, we have a very, very special treat. My soror and also the National Membership Coordinator of Kappa Epsilon Psi Military Sorority Incorporated, Miss MARILYN Norris. She is coming to us with a plethora of experience, knowledge, dedication, motivation, and she's an all-time team leader. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Miss MARILYN Norris. How are you this evening?
I am better now, thank you.
We had a little snafu earlier that got us both a little tense, but God is still on the throne and we are doing fine and pushed through everything that we just went through. So MARILYN Norris is a 3 times breast cancer survivor and upcoming author of The Women Warriors Fighting the Battle Off the Field, Cancer. The book is stories of military women who served or now serving in the armed forces and won the war on cancer. MARILYN is also a United States Army veteran of 13 years. Her service took her to places like New Jersey, Hawaii, Germany, and a rare opportunity to work at the Pentagon. MARILYN is also the CEO and founder of Girl Warriors Fighting the Battle Incorporated. GW is an empowerment group for girls in the 4th through 12th grade. She hopes her organization gives the girls the confidence that they need to better themselves. GW's mission is to strengthen the potential, power, and voices of girls from underserved communities. MARILYN works with many organizations in her community by being a positive role model in their lives all the time. She is the mother of 2 beautiful children, Noah and Raven, and 3 adorable grandchildren, London, Chloe, and Alana. MARILYN enjoys working with youth and advocating for breast cancer. She has a BA in criminal justice and her MPA in public administration, both from Columbia Southern University. MARILYN believes that everyone deserves a lifetime. That is awesome. That is an awesome bio. And by the way, she's also on the leadership team of Sure Sister Only Club, correct, MARILYN?
Yes.
As well as national leadership for Kappa Epsilon Psi Military Sorority Incorporated. So you've been busy, MARILYN, haven't you?
I sure have. Very busy.
Very busy. Every time I see you, you always trying to get to one place or the other. You also care for your grandmother as well. So I know you are a woman of dedicated service. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. Great.
That is good. That is wonderful. So we're just going to jump on in here because we know we got a lot of people waiting to hear from you. So MARILYN, tell us, as a 3 times winner of breast cancer, having fought for years, tell the listening audience what 3 times a winner really means and why you have embraced that name as you continue your journey.
What 3 times a winner really means to me is that God knows I have a purpose. He knows that I'm not finished doing the work here yet. He knows how I adore my family. So he's given me a third opportunity. You know how some people say I got a second chance? Well, I have a third chance to get it right. And I'm going to do that. If I have to add extra hours to my day, I'm going to get it right. So I feel like he knows I have a purpose. He knows I wasn't finished. And he knew that I looked forward to seeing my grandkids. So I know that I'm here for a while, and I'm going to take advantage of every moment that I live.
Amen. Amen. Only God gets the glory from that story. That is wonderful to know that you are not just a one time or a two time, but 3 times. Every time you have fought this battle, you have won. God be the glory on that note. Marilyn, you are, as we said already, opening the show, that you're a very busy woman. Well, you're not caring for your grandmother, and you're on the road traveling to many different organizations and splitting your time here, there, and everywhere. So help the women that's on the live line now and young girls, tell them how this directly reflects upon you as you fight for your life and you serve so many different organizations to touch so many lives.
Well, really, I serve a lot of organizations because, as you see, most of the organization I'm involved in is centered around helping our youth, especially females and women in the community. But doing this and going all the different places, supporting all the people I do, is because I also ask people to do a lot for me. So I feel like that if I can give back, if I'm able, I'm going to get there by hook or crook. I'm going to get to an event either for 3 or 4 days, because I just feel like, you know, women in general, we have a lot to give. We're strong, you know, even though the 3rd time my surgery, I really believe it took a lot out of me. It took more out of me than I planned, physically and mentally. But I know that there's always a young girl somewhere watching what we're doing. Facebook is so live now. That's why on my page you'll see that I be very particular about what I put, because there's always somebody out there who you are mentoring and you don't even know it. So I just feel like, you know, giving back to the young girls, and really my focus is 4th through 8th grade, because that's the years where you can make or break it, or they're going to either give or give in. So that's why I do what I do, because I require a lot out of the community myself.
Wow. That's powerful in itself. Now, have you ever met a young girl that had cancer?
No, not in person, but I've known of a 28-year-old that had cancer.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any dreams or wants to touch the community of young girls with cancer?
Well, not only with cancer, but getting medical exams. I want to touch the young girls about getting medical exams and cherishing their bodies, because there's so much out there. You know, cancer is deadly. You know, it can either make you or break you, and to me, it depends on the person sometimes. Either you're going to stand up and fight, or you're going to lay down and die. But I want the young girls to know that there's always an opportunity. You know, some households think once you get cancer, that's the end of it. You know, you're gone, you're doomed, you know, that's it. But, you know, it's a fight. You know, you're going to fight to the end. And when the end comes, you know, you're giving it your all. You know, we're all going to fight to the end. And that's what I believe. I believe when I lay down to rest, it's going to be time to rest, because I've done all I can do.
Amen. Now, I'm a living witness. I see how you move and groove, and you do all that you can. And I'm wondering, when are you tired? But you push. You really push. You push through, because you're pushing for a purpose. And that's the most important part, that I believe that in order for us to push through a storm or a tribulation or a hard time or a disease that has taken control of our bodies, we must be pushing for a purpose, because God's not done with you yet, clearly, because you are 3 times a winner, and Lord forbid 4 times a winner, you know. So I thank God for you and for giving you the gift of life to keep pushing and sharing your story, because your story is glory for the kingdom, and to let someone else know that don't give up. Don't give up. I had it once, I had it twice, I had it 3 times, and I got the victory. That's powerful in itself. And I can't wait to read the book when it comes out, because I know that that's going to be even more powerful as you tell your story in that book. Even more powerful. Yep. So I'm glad that you brought up something about the medical piece of it. So I am 36 years old, and I tried to go get a mammogram, and they wouldn't give me one over at Dwight D. Eisenhower Hospital. And they told me that unless cancer ran in my family, I could not get a mammogram. So I was a little discouraged behind that. What can you say to speak on that part?
Well, that's what they do. If I'm not mistaken, you start getting your mammogram when you're 40, unless cancer, you know, there's a history of breast cancer in your immediate family and your mom's family and your grandmother's family. Because, for example, my daughter has to start at an early age. Just say if, you know, if your mom or someone had colon cancer, normally 10 years prior to the time they had cancer, you start getting your test. So my daughter and her daughter, you know, they're all going to have to start at an early age to get tested. I don't think that's fair anymore, because breast cancer comes at any age. It doesn't have an age when it comes, because I'm finding out now that while I was in the military, that they did find a lump in my right breast, but due to my age, they just assumed it was benign. So years later, when it was time to start getting exams, time to do all that, you find out that you have breast cancer. So I really think that should change, because I don't know the exact age, but possibility when breasts start forming, you know, you should be getting an exam. But, you know, I know the doctors do what they do, but there may be a test out there that you can get and see if you're genetic or, you know, for breast cancer. But, you know, it's difficult, because, you know, cancer is nothing to play with. It's deadly. You know, it scares you, and it takes a toll on your family, because, you know, they're constantly worried about you. And I think that's a lot of times why I keep going. So, you know, my kids won't have to worry, you know, like, hey, what's wrong with mama? She tired, she's sleep. Because I know when I sit down and rest, everybody think like something is wrong. Really, it's not. I'm tired. You know? I'm finally getting some rest.
Yeah. So I've never had cancer, but I had a great friend, a very dear friend to me, that passed away from breast cancer. And to see her go through everything she went through was heartbreaking to me. Some days she was up, some days she was down, and some days she couldn't even talk, you know, because it not only affected her breast, in the end, it had took over her lungs as well. So what is it that you can tell women that actually have breast cancer right now, as they fight through the chemo, as they fight through the radiation? What's one word you can give them to keep them motivated, or to keep their eye on what really matters?
Well, I don't know if the word to the ones going through the fight, because they're fighting. It's the family members. Even if you don't know what to do, you do know what to do. All you need to do is just be there. You may not need to say anything. You just need to be there, because really, it's nothing that you're going to be able to say to not make me think that my end is near. Right. So if you're just there, you know, being there, you know, and just knowing that you're there is enough, because they're already fighting. They're already giving it their all. They're already doing what they are supposed to do. You know, so just be there for them, because, you know, their spirit, their faith in God is already there. They understand that, you know, I have to go through this if I want to see tomorrow. So, you know, just family members, friends, anybody being there for them. Sometimes a text, a phone call, a letter in the mail is a great thing.
Wow, that's powerful, because I know a lot of the family, they do want to know, you know, what is it that they can do, and most of the times they're more sadder than the person going through, you know.
It is.
My goodness. So you've also served your country with honor as a 13-year female veteran. Now you have chosen to serve your community with honor. Why are you continuing to be of service? And do you believe this is part of your purpose-driven life?
I do. I believe that what I'm doing is part of my purpose. The reason I'm here, the reason I've been afforded another opportunity, because I can remember, and I know some of my cousins can attest to this, as a child, it just seemed like I always wanted kids around me. You know, as a young adult, you know, I always wanted kids, you know, the youth around me. I always wanted to be that example for them. And I was a court-appointed special advocate for abused and neglected children for nine years. And I saw that all those kids, all they wanted in foster care was someone to show them structure, show them that they cared, and they just wanted to see a good example. So I just feel like that's what I'm here for. That's what I should do.
Wow. Well, you're following your heart. I can tell you that. Because I see you. I see you moving, and I see you grooving. I see you sharing and communicating, uplifting, and reaching out. And you always seem to reach back and ask others to help as well. You keep the community fed with the information so they can help or not, you know, if they're available or not. The offer is always out there. And I love that about you, that you make whatever it is that you're doing available to those in the community, so that basically you're reaching down, grabbing up people and saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. You can be a part of it. You know, let's go. Let's get going. Because you're doing more than one event, and you're not just a one-hit wonder. You're always doing something. You're always planning the next thing, big thing to do. Because anytime you're serving a community or helping young children, cultivating their minds and caring for them, that's a big thing. That's a big thing. That's a big thing. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
You always should leave an impact. You know, should always be somebody to say, hey, I never touch my mom. Just the little thing she did, the small thing she did, or just calling me and inviting me to a certain, you know, because you never know in that moment. So, you know, any good thing you can do for somebody, especially with you. You know, I focus on that a lot. And I always say we can grab them in middle school, we can good. They have a good year high school.
Yes. So I was doing a little bit of researching this topic, and I was really excited about it because I know you, and I love your journey and your story so much that I immediately thought about 2 Corinthians 4:16 and 18, which states, therefore we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us as internal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. MARILYN, tell the listening audience how this scripture resonates with you after all you have been through.
I want to start off by saying surgery. The last surgery I had, I believe that was the one that really took a toll on my life, and that scripture really, you know, befits what the surgery did. Because I lost 3 to 4 ribs. So they had to build those ribs. They had to use the medical cement to rebuild my chest. And then use the skin from my back to cover that up. So as the doctor is telling me what he did, he's looking at me like it's not even phasing me, because I know that only God could give me a doctor, a surgeon, a plastic surgeon to be able to rebuild the flesh. So, you know, I see him in my mind, in my actions, but I believe that he has a spot for me.
Amen.
He's waiting so I can see my mother, my aunt, all my family. cousins, everybody. So I really believe, I really believe that it's not a miracle that in his hands. He did that for the body. He told the doctors that I had because they were great.
Mm-hmm. You got a seat at the table, sis. I know you do. I know you do. That it's not by chance. This is God's will. And you are able to handle it. If it's in our life, we can handle it. And he gave it to you because you can handle it. And guess what? You have taken off with it, and you're sharing your story, including others in your journey, to educate and motivate them through whatever it is that they're going through. And it's not necessarily always have to be cancer, but people are going through some trying times, and they meet you, hear your story, and you bless them. You give them strength to battle whatever it is that they're battling. Because I gotta tell you, when I first met you, didn't even really, get to have a full conversation with you, heard about your story, and immediately 3 times a winner. She went through that 3 times. I know people that didn't make it out the first time. So just hearing that in itself is a blessing and an experience out of this world that he gave it to you to bring you through it. And you are, going above and beyond in the community, and just you are motivation in itself. You can be a billboard that says motivation and just see your face. And that's what it is. MARILYN motivates because you actually do. And I don't know if you really have ever embraced the impact that you bring when you walk into the room or open your mouth and spill out your story or touch someone and grab their hand and say, come on, sis, let's get through whatever you going through. And you ain't even shared your story yet, but just that warm embrace and just to know that you're there for someone else. There's not a lot of people that can do that. And people just feel you right off the bat. You have a spirit about you that you can walk into the room and start talking, and people automatically know that you got the spirit of God with you, and you're walking and talking and living it each and every day. That's powerful, and I thank God for putting you in my life, because you're a true light, a true light. So let's talk about being an author. I am totally excited about this. You are now an author. Congratulations on your first book, by the way. Women Warriors Fighting the Battle Off the Field. Cancer. My, what a title. How did you come up with that title?
I was just doing all the things, and when I was focusing on women that we went through in the military, everything we had to sacrifice, like being away from your children, being away from your husband, all the things we had to do. You got up and did your PT, you still had to come home, get the kids ready and all that. And then you get out of the military, or you still in the military, but you got to start another battle. So I just thought about my organization that Women Warriors Fighting the Battle Off the Field. I'm no longer in the military, I'm off the field, but I'm still battling cancer. So I just thought that was a great title.
It is. It's not only a great title, it's a powerful title, because how many women in the military are battling cancer or battling anything, battling something? I know a lot of women in the military that are battling, period, whatever it is, they battling something. But there are also a lot of women that are battling cancer in the military that still serve right now. Still serving right now.
So yes. You're fighting that war in the military, but you still got a battle that you have to fight. So you're strong because you're fighting two battles.
Exactly.
Women in my book who fought battles, these retired military, there's one that had experience that she could possibly have cancer, but it came back negative. So it's a story of women still serving, retired, So she had it in myself. So I'm really looking forward to it. Then I have the part in there about my daughter. I didn't read certain parts. I didn't read because I wanted it to be a surprise for me also. How she feels. My mom has cancer. She got to worry about the cancer. Then she got to worry about her daughter.
Yes.
So, not only am I trying to be strong, which I believe I am strong because I never take any pain medication for nothing. Never. Because I don't want to rely on anything to make me be who I am. So I want to be strong for my family because I really love my family.
Amen. And I know you do. If anybody don't know you, I know that you love your family because I feel like I'm a little close to the family too because I see them. I know their names. I know when you go to and from and when y'all are spending vacation time, and your family means a lot to you. And for anyone whose family doesn't mean a lot to them, I can't identify that with that because my family means the world to me. Yeah. Means the world to me. They really do. So I definitely can identify with that. Thank you all who have joined the live line tonight. You are watching Walking in Your Purpose. This is the season finale, y'all. See, this is episode 10 of Thursday Night at 8 with Lens of Faith. So the season is going to come to a close. This is the final episode of season 1. Tonight, I'm interviewing MARILYN NORRIS, 3 times a winner of cancer. You all, what a spectacular story we are listening to right now. So I thank you all. If you're joining a replay, please hashtag replay to let me know that you joined this broadcast. So let's jump back in. So there's been talks about cancer can't be claimed as a disability for the military. What can you tell us about that? Can you provide any insight on that? Is it true or not true? Or what have you heard, MARILYN?
Well, I haven't heard about and I'm actually fighting my battle. And I'm just through some things that didn't happen while I was in the military. But I haven't heard that it cannot be claimed as a disability. But so maybe on the next episode, if you have further information, once my battle is over.
Yes, I'll be looking forward to that. Season 2 is going to start August the 29th. So season 2 is going to be based on panel discussions, and episode 2 is going to be talks about anyone battling any diseases, illnesses, or ailments. So be looking forward to something coming out for that second episode, because I would definitely love to hear an update on that disability piece of it. That's a lot. I hear a lot of people asking questions about it. I do. So tell us, how has cancer affected you personally and professionally? And how have you been able to fight and not faint, not give up?
Well, professionally, I'm going to say from 1999 to today, I have worked with the most amazing people that I've been through. I mean, really, I have no professional complaints about when I was going through, because in 1998, I was working at the Reserve Center. I was in the reserves, and that was a wonderful family over there. There was nothing I wanted for, nothing I needed to do. Just get away. I had people. I was for federal, so people was donating leave so I could be off. 2012 and 2016, I'm still in the same area, and really, we've been a family since 2000, and I started there in 2003. So it's like they went through the battle with me, the pain, the tears, making sure my daughter them knew that they was there, and if they needed anything, it would be a baby form. I've had the great supervisors that's just been there. I need to go somewhere, I need to do something, but they know I'm the type to say, no, my daughter is going to be there. No, I'm fine. No, I don't want to come by the hospital. Wait till I get home. So I've had an amazing work family.
Support system.
Support system, yeah, great, amazing. There is no nothing that I couldn't replace them with anyone else because they've been awesome. My family, I mean, especially the ones that love me, oh my God, just awesome. So I can't replace anyone, you know, in my life in this time. They've been awesome. If anything, just is sit down or lay down. They know I ain't gonna do that. I mean, one of them, she always, I promise you must have been sending emails in the operating room because he definitely was listening. No, I sent them right before I went in. But, I really believe the reason I haven't fainted because I am so nervous. I want to see what my grandkids going to do when they grow up. I want to be there when my daughter gets married. Even I just feel like no one can do what I do to them but me. So I just feel like, you know, I got to keep moving. I have to keep moving, you know. So I know one day I'm going to sit down, you know, but I'm going to say I'm going to eventually, I guess, be her nanny or something. But right now, I've got so much going on. And I just love my life. I really do. I love the people in my life. I love my life.
That's good. That's powerful right there. And I hope you all in the listening audience understand that she said that she loves her life. She loves her life. No matter what she's been through, she loves her life. And that is a powerful statement to make, especially for someone that has been through all you've been through, Marilyn. To continue to say that you love your life, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes over anything else that we talk about tonight. You love your life no matter what. Now, we have a soror on the line that Robin has also fought cancer. She was diagnosed with stage 3A breast cancer when she turned 40 years old. She says the VA has been giving her a hard time. What can you say about that, Marilyn?
And what do you mean with her disability or multiple?
Yes, she didn't really elaborate on it. She just said the VA has been giving her a very hard time with, I guess, the cancer, fighting maybe what we were talking about earlier. Robin, can you elaborate on it? Exactly the piece that the VA has been giving you a hard time on. So we're going to keep going just until she's able to comment on that. So I can, the disability piece. She's talking about the disability piece.
Yeah, they keep asking for all this. Yes, she's right. But hopefully they'll realize that cancer just didn't pop up one day. You know, it was, you know, so I really don't know about it. I'm hoping and praying that I've been fighting with them since 2009.
2009, you said?
I've been fighting with them since 2009, and I had somebody to relook my record for me again. And he found something that I didn't find the first time, so I reopened my case, and now they're looking at it. But I don't know. I don't know how it's going to come out or how it's going to turn out. But I do know, as women, we're not going to give up, because they're going to have so many women fighting the same fight we Robin are fighting, trying to get disability for it, trying to do, you know, get them to do the right thing. And hopefully, eventually, you know, when they see all these things that are paying out in our favor. But right now, I actually don't know what's going to happen. We just hope.
Do we know of any type of petition that we could sign or unite together as women to push the issue, maybe up to the legislative branch? Has anyone looked into that at all? Do you know?
Well, I reached out to an organization today, not for that particular reason, but as we were talking, she was asking me questions, and it came up. So I'm meeting with her on Monday, and hopefully, just me and her talking, she can tell me some things that she wants me to know. She asked me, would I have the opportunity to meet with her on Monday, and I said yes, and I just asked her what time. So hopefully Monday, You know, just exactly what you said, that, you know, we can stand up for, you know, what's going to happen to us. Because,
Exactly.
you know, our pretty dress, we can, you know, put on our pretty shoes. But when we take all that off, we're the only ones that see and we see. And every day that you look at yourself, you're seeing what happened cancer did to you. I
Yeah.
know every day what cancer did to me. But I'm not ashamed. I'm not hiding it from anybody, you know. But it took a lot. It took a lot out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, it took stuff out of me. Mentally, it took stuff out of me. But as Robin just said, we're gonna keep fighting. It may
Keep
not be for us. It may be for my grandchild, but I'm not going to give up. They're going to give me what I'm due. And if I'm not due, they're going to tell me and prove it to us that, you know, no. So, but hopefully, you know, God's got this, and eventually, you know, we all be okay.
Yeah.
I
I'm
hope.
gonna write that down as a yeah, I'm gonna write that down as a do out, because I would love to know what is it that women can do to band together. And I've never fought the cancer fight, but it has taken a toll on members of my immediate circle, and I don't like it. So I'm willing to, you know, do a little bit of research to see what is it that we can do to make a change or a difference or, of some sort, because I believe that there's got to be something that we can do, you know, moving forward. And like you said, we may not even see the effects of it until your grandchild gets older, you know. But I most definitely believe that it's worth it. It's worth it, because I watch women in uniform, women out of uniform, battle this vicious disease, and it's just downright sickening. And we got to do something. We got to do something.
Well, I always say, nothing fight or later.
Exactly.
So, you know, we're going to have to carry and co-chair and make this happen.
Mm-hmm. I'm a firm believer of that. So Marilyn, now as a CEO and founder of Girl Warriors Fighting the Battle Incorporated, now that's your business, correct?
Yes, that's my girls empowerment group.
Okay. How did you begin, you know, diving into the business aspect of it for the girls, fighting the battle for the girls?
Okay, the organization title, as you see, it just says Girls Warrior Fighting the Battle. As you said a few comments before, we all fight the battle. And these girls in 4th through 8th grade are fighting some type of battle. It doesn't matter what it is, whether I don't have a pencil, or I don't have food to eat, whether I don't have anywhere to my head. And what helped me come up with that title is as I was being accosted. You know, I can just see this young girl telling me that, oh, I don't mind if I don't get a anything. And I'm thinking, oh. So I want to let all the young girls know that there's somebody out there for everybody. God has, whether it's your birthday, whomever, God has someone just for you. There's someone out there just for you, whether it's you coming to the empowerment meeting or, you know, whatever. I just can't keep up. I just want them to know that they have a purpose, you know. And I always tell them, you know, because we give out, this year we were able to give out $500 scholarship. I told the young people, you come home, come back, you know, and give to your community, give to the group, you know. So that's why I do it. I just can't even imagine not having a. I just believe my family is so tight that I can't understand it. You know, people are willing to support their family.
Yeah.
If I make a phone call today, I can call one family member, and it happens. I can't go see my family. I can call, and she'll just say, "I'm ready to go now." My brother, anybody that I call, and say, "Hey, I got to work. I can't get to Thompson today." You know, I can call my family. So I can't even imagine a young girl in 4th through 8th grade, being able to say she has nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now I remember. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Marilyn?
I want them to know that they do have somebody. They have GW.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? I remember clear as day that day we went to that school.
Oh,
and I was thinking about those young girls, even though there were boys there as well, but I immediately thought about low self-esteem, you know, the fact that some of them, you know, the parents are on drugs, parents going through whatever, homelessness, things of that nature. So when you talk about the struggles, they are there. And most of those young women, they don't care because they figure no one else cares about them. So I definitely can understand the fight, you know, the fight in itself. And when you go to those alternative schools or even regular schools, there's always some child fighting a battle. And the girls, you know, fighting a battle, but what does right look like for them? You know, who's impacting their lives? Who's talking to them? What's flowing through their ear gates, you know, when they're not at home, when they're at school, or when they're out in public? What's flowing through their ear gates as young children, young women, you know? So that brings me to some of your techniques and strategies as a part of your business. Tell us a couple of the techniques and strategies that you use to reach the mind of a young girl.
The first thing is we want to get to know family. Because you can make all the things you want in a young girl's life, but if something changes in that household. So to me, you know, some people need, when I'm trying to say this good, need help too. I can remember a youth challenge, and there was girls that just do right. And then we had family days. And I realized why. This is all you know. So you go back and you restructure on what you was trying to do for that young lady. So first, we really want it to be a family organization by providing resources within the community, giving them a place where they can get resources in the community for help. Because training her and then sending her back into that same environment is not really acceptable. You know, she's the young lady. She can't go in and rule the house. So not only do we need to make an impact on her, we need to make an impact and change for the whole family. But we're going to start with the young girl.
That is, you know, it's not funny that you say that, but as a young girl growing up and having been sexually assaulted, that resonates with me a lot. And, you know, even though I came from a background of family members that surrounded me, that loved on me, I didn't want for nothing, but there was that battle that I was fighting, you know, late in the midnight hour when my molester would come in and molest me, you know. So I think about that when I'm talking to other young girls and trying to tell my story to them, just in case they have a similar story or they're battling something close to it, that they can identify with what I'm telling them and how I got through it, that I reached out for help. And, you know, some of them I've talked to young girls and they tell me, well, nobody believed me. That happened to me as well. They didn't believe me. My mom didn't believe me. And that's only because there was something wrong with my molester. So they're like, oh, he couldn't have done that. What you mean he couldn't have done it? You know, so I am all for educating and sharing my story with young girls, with women, even with men, to help them better understand that we go through stuff. Yeah. But we don't have to look like what we've been through. And we don't have to succumb ourselves to it over and over and over again. At some point, we take a pivot for success, for growth, for better understanding and to, you know, educate others, so to speak. And you seem to be off to a great start, Marilyn, as the CEO and founder of Girls Warriors Fighting the Battle Incorporated. Now, where is this based out of? Is it based out of Thompson, Augusta? Where is it based out of?
It's going to be based out of Thompson, and I'm going to focus on the Thompson Warrington area because those are two of the underserved communities. There's not a whole lot for the community to do. And I do see a lot of interest for the young men popping up, you know, guys doing great things. But I don't want to forget about our young girls. And also the leadership of the organization is going to be girls at high school. We want to teach them.
Girls in high school?
High school. The group is focused on 8th grade. The leadership is going to be with the girls in high school, and they're already full executive board members already in place. The leadership is going to be girls in high school. And I already have young ladies that reached out that are seniors in high school now. So like the end of August pop up in reference to girls in high school that wants to be a part of the organization. And I picked the leadership in high school to give them leadership training and being able to be leaders of organizations. And for two, they're always be able to come back to their community and give back. That's something that I believe in. You know, you don't have to live for the rest of your life. Go back to your hometown and give back what's always good to you. Because I can remember Clubhouse. All she did for us, we were growing up, bought a van just so we can all travel as youth. So I never, ever shun my hometown. I want to always be there to give back. If anybody there needs anything, I always want to give back. And that's something I want to teach the young ladies. Always be willing to give back.
To give back. That's important. That's important. As I, raised three young girls myself, I always tell them to give back, whether it's, at church, in the community. My daughter, she now loves to do community service. She's like, Mom, can we go over there and pack lunches on Saturday again? I took her one time and now she's always signing up to feed Tampa. And she is excited about it. And, I love to see it when it's genuinely in their hearts and you don't have to force it. Now, my son, I got to say, son, come on, sign up. He's not genuine about doing it. And I tell him, you have to learn better so you can do better. What if we were homeless and we needed some food to eat? You want someone to be just as generous and open-hearted with you, so you have to, do that in return. So I love the fact that my daughters are, they riled up about community service and they always want to do it and give back. And that is very, very important. Very, very important, and a good life lesson to pass down generation to generation as well. Yep. So as I think more and more about the goodness in your heart, Marilyn, and the journey that you've walked on, I thought about Proverbs 4, 20 and 22. And it states, my son, pay attention to what I say. Turn your ear to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those that find them and health to those whose whole body. Tell the listening audience what this scripture means to you as it relates to your specific journey of fighting cancer.
For me, they focus on God is not worried. I think I told someone today, I stay so focused on what I'm supposed to do, I don't even know what's going on around me when somebody asks. So staying focused on what I know he has at the end for me and what he, left me here to do. Because I really believe that he left me here for a purpose.
You did.
And I'm going to serve that purpose. So I just want to stay focused so I can really hear what he's saying to me. Not worrying about what anybody else is doing or caring or if they're not doing or whatever. Just staying focused on what I hear he's saying to me and what he wants me to do. And I know that I can do it.
You are doing it. You are doing it. You are doing it. Now we know that you fought the battle. You're now an author. You're a CEO. You're a walking billboard basically for motivation and care, love, kindness, all that. In addition to all that you do for the community and reach back, giving back, you're also a loving mother and a grandmother. How do you balance your time? Tell us about your time balancing skills.
Well, you know, he's allowed me to battle the cancer so many times. Y'all don't realize that he give me some extra hours in the day that y'all don't have. So I got those few extra hours. Really, how I balance my time is I really just don't know. I cannot even tell you how I balance my time. But I know I make time for my family, my children, my grandkids are the most important things to me, and my branding. So I just do what I do, you know. And when I go to bed, I go to sleep, you know. I always I come home to take a shower and go to bed. That's all I do here. Take a shower and go to bed.
Then you get back up and you do it all over again.
All over again. But I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I really love it. And I love that I've been afforded to have great suicide. I understand that, you know, once my mother died, I'm the granddaughter was closer, you know, here in the area. So I may have to take off at 10 in the morning, 2 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon to go give some different, you know, checks and nursing home. So I'm blessed. I feel like I've been blessed. For the last 15 years, I've had wonderful supervisors, and I still do. They understand that, you know, what's important to me, my family, my granny, she's just lifeline. Oldest, all her sisters and brothers, and she's still here, and everybody loves her. Strangers call her. So she's loved by family. You know, I'm just happy. I'm just, you know, living my life like it's over.
That's the most important piece of it. The most important piece of it. Now, give us 3 words that you want to leave the audience with, and tell us why you choose these 3 words.
And everybody here say this all the time. You know, I used to do the 3 days in my breast cancer walk in Georgia with Adele Holyfield, Davita, and
Marilyn, push your computer back just a little bit. We can't hear you no more.
Can you hear me?
Yep, there you go.
Okay. I used to do the 3 days breast cancer walk the Susan G. Coleman walk with some of my friends, Adele, Brody, and Davita. And up there we had the thing that everyone deserves a lifetime. And that's my thing. Everyone deserves a lifetime. Regardless of what the lifetime is, I just feel like everyone deserves a lifetime. And that's why I don't care. If you don't think it's amazing, just going and you taking a walk, speaking with a young girl, speaking with somebody instead of saying that she knows better than that. Just speak with her. We don't know what she's going through. Why she out at 10 o'clock at night? Maybe for some reason she's trying to stay away from home as long as she can. When she go home, all she can do is go to bed. So just remember, everyone deserves a lifetime.
Amen. Amen. I receive that. I received that. What do you want everyone in the listening audience to know about breast cancer as we wind down the show? Can you leave us with maybe a few facts or some tidbits that you want us all to leave with?
Yeah. 1 out of every 8 women is going to experience breast cancer in some form of cancer. So sometimes when you're just walking around and you're having a bad day, count and look at woman number 8. There's a possibility that you're going to experience breast cancer. Get those down. They hurt. To me, they hurt. But get them.
Yeah,
so
I was.
Other women. There's an organization in Augusta called the Lydia Project. I used to deliver totes for them to the area. And they give totes to women who's battling cancer. It doesn't matter where you are, you can fill the tote. It's just a tote. There's hope on it, faith. It's the Lydia. And you know, so do something, anything. Get up, get dressed, get out, and do something.
And I think a lot of people that should resonate with a lot of people, because a lot of people are just sitting stagnant and hoping and praying, and they're not doing anything to move that thing. You know, they're just sitting. And that's good that you said that. Get up and just do something. You know, there's something that you're interested in, do it. Whether it's reading, walking, meeting somebody for lunch, something. Get up and do something.
So true.
Yes. So MARILYN, tell everyone how to reach you. How can we connect with you? If we're looking for you, and tell us a little bit about something else that you're into now. So we know you're a CEO, you're an author, you're in a lot of different organizations, but what's your latest and greatest stuff you got going on? Share that with us.
Woo! I'm also a financial education specialist. So you can reach me you can go to my website. Actually, I would love to you go to my website and see some of the pictures and see some of the things that I have going on.
What's the website, MARILYN? I'm gonna post it while you're talking. What's the website?
It's www.marilynmnorris.com. www.marilynmnorris.com. And it's all together. You can go to my website, or you can email me, MARILYNmnorris2018@gmail.com. A girl warrior 2018@gmail.com.
I'm not finding it. Let's see. I want to post it while you're talking because I want people to be able to connect with you. Got it. I got it. Oh, what a beautiful picture. What a beautiful picture.
It will be released in September next month, and it will be released in October. So
the book is due to be released in October, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I posted the link to MARILYN's website. Please go out and visit her. Click that link. Beautiful website. I love it. And by the way, you have now secured your real estate on the internet. That's powerful in itself. So if you all have not claimed your real estate on the internet, you need to go do it now. Even if you're not ready to launch your business, or you're not ready to launch whatever it is you think you're ready for, but go and secure the URL and secure your real estate. Your name is your real estate on the internet. And MARILYN, this is powerful right here. Soon as you open it up, official website of author and breast cancer survivor, MARILYN M. Norris. Come on, y'all. Click that link. Go to her website and see what she got going on. She got some stuff going on. Now, you also do credit restoration too, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is that on the website as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So everything can be found on the website, the book, the business, and the credit restoration. Y'all go check out MARILYN Norris. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is moving and grooving in this community, in the world today, y'all. So we have had the pleasure of meeting a great spirit on this night. And I thank you. No better way to end season 1 of Walking in Your Purpose, Thursday night at 8 with Lens of Faith. MARILYN, is there something else that you would like to add before we conclude the call?
No, I would just like to say thank you.
You're welcome.
We had questions like this in the beginning. I appreciate the opportunity, to just put a more light on trying to encourage people to do it. So, it's some days I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like getting dressed. I just drag my because I know that somebody I'm going to pass to hear what I'm going to say. So I appreciate it.
You never know who's looking, who's listening, who's watching. And I guarantee you this video, it's not only going to be on Facebook, but it's also going to be uploaded to YouTube. So people that subscribe to my channel, it's going to go viral. And I pray to God that this message resonate with not only women, but young women, young adults that are able to carry the message like a torch and pass it on to the next person, because breast cancer is an illness that needs to be destroyed. We need to get rid of it. And I pray to God that he, you know, gives us that cure, you know, where we won't have to deal with it anymore, any longer, because it's taking a toll on our human race and our women in general. Yeah. So I'd like to thank everyone who joined the live line tonight. If you have questions for myself or Marilyn, please post your questions in the comments box. As the show concludes, myself or Marilyn will get back to you with an answer. I promise you that. I will reach out to Marilyn and ask her if there's something specific to her story or something that she said on tonight. I will get you an answer as soon as I possibly can. I thank you all for hanging out with me for the last 10 weeks. This is the season finale. God has not given me the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I have been obedient. I have gone the course, and I'm continuing to fight the fight. So I thank you, my sister, for allowing me to interview you and just to bless the world with all that you do, and all that you care for, and your passion lives forever. Know that, sis, that your passion will live forever, and you definitely built a legacy that's gonna reign for a lifetime. Yes, so sis, you stay right there. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to play the outro, and I like to tell the listening audience, God bless you and have a wonderful night. Sis, stay right there.
Thank you so much for being on the show today. I would like to thank all my followers and listeners for tuning in to today's show. You have been listening to Walking in Your Purpose, Thursday night at 8 with Lens of Faith. Connect with me now. I want to hear from you. Please like, share, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Lens of Faith. God bless.